about my 2020 recap, as it was all painful, sadness, happy, crazy, everything like that for me. And I don't know about you, but what I'm gonna tell you is what happened to me, and they're not going to be in the exact order. They're going to be out of order, or some of them might be in order, but it will all have an good impact. And yeah, so the first thing that happened was I turned 16 years old, and I celebrated my birthday with my friends and then had another one with my family, and I really had a really good birthday, and it was super amazing and everything like that. The next thing is that my pop-up on my mom's side of the family, my grandpa, passed away in May, and it really took an effect on me and my family, because now when we go to my grandma's house and we don't see him, it just makes us sad, because we know that he was there for years for all of us, and it's weird not seeing him around anywhere. And every time we see a photo of him, I tear up and I start crying. So that is a lot of things. The next thing is that I was quarantined, and because I was quarantined, I got to be able to watch a lot of Netflix and eat a lot of junk food, which wasn't really good or the best idea for me, but yeah. I changed my style. So as some of you know, or if you haven't, I used to wear big baggy t-shirts and stuff that were like really, really big on me, that I seemed like it was, but maybe it wasn't. So it was like, so I changed my style. I stopped wearing those. I use those shirts as like a hanging around the house kind of shirt, or just sleeping in a shirt, because honestly it's like really, really, really like comfortable still, and I still use them, and I'm not gonna get them away. The next thing is that I got rid of most of my clothes, as the last thing I said was I changed my style. The reason why I got rid of my clothes. So I got rid of clothes that were too small, or that I will probably never wear again, or will just, I think that was going to stay in my closet. I did get rid of a lot of like big baggy t-shirts, but I kept some just for, just in case if I wanted to wear something like that a day or two. So I changed my style a lot. I got my first pair of Vans this year, and I have a total of 3 pair of Vans now, and they're so good. I tie-dyed a lot, so I have like 4 or 5 tie-dye t-shirts, and they are so cool, and I'm still going to tie-dye because honestly it's the best thing. And so yeah, the next thing is that I got depression, and so ever since, sorry about that, but what I was going to say is that I got depression, and because of my depression, I started to be a lot sad. I was distant with everybody pretty much, and I lost pieces to myself a few times, and it's very hard to talk about this because I'm like, hardly everybody knows about this, and I'm not comfortable with sharing it with anybody. And there's something else that I'm still not going to mention. So the next thing is that I haven't been eating well due with COVID and due with everything like that, and so I wasn't able to eat healthy or anything like that. So, and the next thing is I dyed my hair a few times, this year probably like 3 times, and it was red. And this one time my hair turned, actually it looked pink because, yeah, so because I tried dyeing it purple. So yeah, there's a plus. The next thing is that I started my first job at Papa John's, and I quit my first job at Papa John's because they didn't really treat me well. I didn't get enough hours, and they weren't willing to train me, and I was not happy there, like, whatsoever. I was confused and strange, everything like that. And now I work at Domino's, and it's the best thing ever because I literally get the hours that I want, and I work, and it's really fun, and I love it. I love working, and yeah. The next thing is that I got to move into a bedroom with my little sister and get to spend a lot of time with her now because we share a bedroom now. And yeah. And the next thing is that I convinced my little sister to get her ears pierced. It took a lot of convincing, but I finally did it, and she got them done, her ears pierced, done today. And so yeah. The next thing is that I had a memorial service for my pop-up, and it was so good that I got to see family that I haven't seen in a while there, and to celebrate him, even though we had to wear masks, with which was perfectly okay with me because I was celebrating my pop-up's life and how he literally did everything for me. I got my first iPhone ever. I transferred from a flip phone to an iPhone 7, and it was a rose gold one, and it was really pretty amazing, and I actually wished it, which was funny, and so I actually got it. And then I had problems with it and the storage, and it wouldn't let me delete any photos or anything like that, or screenshots, and it was weird. So I used my own money to buy my iPhone XS that I'm currently using right now. So yeah. And I haven't been exercising a lot. Like, I wish that I could like hike or go swimming a lot, or which I did when swimming a lot, but not as lot as we used to. I we didn't, so that was really like sad. I was confident of working out, but then the next thing you know, with everything that hit, I lost interest of it. So yeah. The next thing is that I had lost a connection with the Lord God a few times, and I gained and lost his connection a few times throughout this year because I felt like he wasn't with me, and then I felt like he did, and I felt like he wasn't, and I'm still kind of feeling that, even though things like that. So I'm gonna do more something about that this next year. And the next thing is that I went to church camp and learned a lot about myself. I actually got to explain what is happening inside my life, and I got to share my feelings and my thoughts to not only my leader, but to 3 most amazing girls, Risa, Parker, and Ariana, and they listened and they agreed with me. And it wasn't actually camp, like I didn't actually go anywhere. It was like a host home, but I had the most amazing fun there, meeting new people, and I spent a lot of time with my friend Haley. We had a few sleepovers not during COVID, but like after COVID and before COVID or before quarantine or anything like that. Like we had sleepovers, everything. I spent I spent I celebrated Haley's 17th birthday this year, and it was amazing because it was in November. So we literally had to wear face masks, but we went to like Top Golf, and it was so amazing because we were distanced, but we had a choice to keep on our mask or keep off our mask, and it was we were completely safe and secure in a secure place, and I had a blast there. I I got the next thing is that I started listening to a lot of music and trying to find myself in music. Like, as I said, that I lost a piece to myself, I was trying to gain or try to learn how to find myself again through music or through writing. And so I've been listening to a lot of music through 2020, and I just like to get up and like dance and like move around with the beat or like make a beat, like snap my fingers or like lip sing it. So it was pretty amazing. The next thing is that I wrote a little bit less than I wanted to this year. I just don't know. I just didn't feel like writing anything, and so yeah. But I did have a place in my phone where I took like a photo of when I was crying and wrote like my feelings and thoughts about that day and dated it. And so when I go back into that in a year or two or that day of next year, I can be like, okay, this is an improvement or something like that. So yeah, I talked and FaceTimed with a lot of my friends a lot of the times, and yeah, um, I started taking like better pictures on Instagram, like kind of like inspiring photos that inspire people and everything like that. So yeah, I cuddled with my dogs a lot because we were quarantined and everything like that. I got to open up my heart to people that really trust me and believes in me, and so I got to share what I was feeling. I made a lot of YouTube videos this year than I did 2 years ago because honestly, I started YouTube in like 2018. I didn't really record at all. 2019, I did a few videos, but they weren't really good because I didn't really know how to do anything. But this year, I learned how to be more on YouTube and learned how to edit a lot more and figure out my way around the platform so I can create better content videos for you guys. And honestly, that was the best thing for me because I was like, I love expressing, I love making YouTube videos, I love like talking to people and giving them advice for everything, literally everything like that. So it's like yeah, so I've started to make a lot of YouTube videos in 2020, and I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and I hit 180 subscribers on YouTube. So currently I'm at 180 subscribers. The next thing is that I did online school, if I haven't said that, and I actually went to school 2 times for like a month. I went to school 2 times, 2 days out of the week, which was better than online school because personally, online school really sucks for me personally. I did try to practice for my permit test, and I lost interest in practicing, and I was just so busy focusing on myself and everything like that. And so I lost interest in that, but I've been trying to do it this month, and I'm gonna be working on it a little bit again tomorrow. So honestly, it's like, yeah. And the next thing is I've been going to a therapist slash counselor a lot for my depression, and the other thing that I'm not really comfortable sharing yet. And yeah, so I have been going to church less, and I this year, and it's because of COVID, but they still had online services online, and I would or could be able to watch them, but I didn't feel like it because I was in a really bad place. I was in a really bad place, and I couldn't really do it, and I didn't feel that connection with it, so I felt like I didn't really need to go to church or learn about the God. So I was just distant with that, and I wished I was be able to talk to him more, because maybe my life would have not been this 2020 would not been this crazy if I would have just went to church and just at least try to pray to God, or talk to a counselor, or not to a counselor, a leader, about my life and my struggles. It's just I'm not comfortable yet, so it's very, very, very hard to talk about what happened in your life when everybody's around. So the next thing is that I wasn't really open to anybody. I was really, really, really closed off when I was facing all that depression. I kept things to myself. I fake smile. I hope that I smile a lot more, and I have recently. So I think God is listening finally, and know that I'm really, really struggling. So it's really, really thankful that he is listening right now. And yeah, so the next thing is that I haven't gotten sick this year. I may have had a cough or a two, or a sore throat or headache, but I haven't thrown up, or which it was weird, or had a stomach bug or anything like that. So that is really good. That means I'm doing okay. And normally I do get sick around winter time, which is really, really, really weird and really, really, really odd. But yeah, so it's it's so amazing. I started spending a lot of time with people that I trust, and I lost a couple of best friends during the summertime, and it's too complicated to talk about that right now, but I think we are on good terms right now because we both apologized, and so yeah. I had been struggling with school, and sad to say this, but I failed a couple of my finals. Not because I'm not smart, it's because things don't stay in my head. Every time I take tests or quizzes, nothing stays in my head. And so every time I take a test or a quiz, my mind goes blank, even know how hard I study, even know anything like that. And so it's really hard to take tests and quizzes when my mind goes blank. I would have to, I don't know, I even try writing it out. I try saying the words and the answers. I try like actually studying it, and like it just slips my mind. I keep rewatching Netflix shows, and I keep finding interest in Netflix shows. Um, I have found a lot of sense of humor, and now I have a really good sense of humor because honestly, um, I spend time a lot around with people who made me laugh and who made me really happy, and so yeah, I I the next thing I got was I got really close to my sister, as we are now both teenagers, and um like we both go through things and we don't tell each other. I've gotten really close with her because when we were younger, we did not get along. We used to fight all the time. We used to argue about turning off light switches or fight about who does the dishes. We used to be like, oh, I'm telling. But now, like, thinking about all that, and now I'm like, we're in a really, really, really good place right now because I've learned a lot about her. She learned a lot about herself and about me. She's always there for me and everything like that. And so, yeah, I I made the badminton team, varsity badminton team, and it was pretty amazing. The season was awesome, even though we had to wear face masks and social distance, and we really didn't. We had like not a lot of games, but a lot. But what's sad was that we couldn't have anybody at our games, so no parents, no like friends or family to support us or anything like that. So that was really sad. So, and I actually, yeah, I um the next thing is that I've started getting into ripped jeans, and now it's the best thing ever that I wear them like that. I've this last few weeks I've been starting to write a lot in my journal and keeping it, and I'm gonna make a plan of writing in journals, and then in like a year when I'm ready to let go of everything from my past, and I just burn those journals and be like, I'm done with all of the horrible memories or the bad things. Like, they'll still be with me, but at least I'm gonna let it go, like something like that. Or maybe the next thing is that I let go to things that I was holding on to the past, like things that happened in middle school and things that happened in my childhood that I kept holding on to, and that made me weak. So I let go of it, and I talked about it with to my friends, and they are proud of me for saying something and like that, and for getting that off my chest, because honestly I've been holding things down for so long, and it felt really good to let it all out, and I just blabbed it out. I had um I was up and down in a like my friend's relationship and mine, because like it was up and down. So we're okay now, we're good. So yeah. I broke a lot of chargers this year. Probably more than I needed to. Like I broke like maybe I'm gonna guess 4, but it might be less or it might be more depending. I don't know. I'm just guessing 4 is because I had to get new chargers. I had to go buy a new charger and wouldn't break, or it would like not charge. So I was like, trying to like bend it, and so I broke a lot of chargers. So yeah, my favorite colors have changed from last year. Like last year it was pink and like blues and purples, but now it's like teal, purple, white, black, red. Those are my top like 5 favorite colors. I've yeah, so that is my 2020 recap. If I missed anything, I'm so sorry, and that's the only thing that I can think of. I haven't written down anything, so I memorized it and I got everything out of my head. So if it wasn't good, then yeah, and if I did miss something, or if my friends are watching and if I did miss something with them, then I'm so sorry. It's just I am tired because it's almost Christmas or New Year's Eve and or New Year's Day, so it's like yeah. So I hope you have a happy New Year, and I hope you all have a safe that I hope you all are safe and healthy and okay, and that you really have a better communication with things. And if you're going through things, you can personally DM me or something like that. I will link my Instagram on the screen, and also down in the description. So if you want to talk to me or if you want to DM me, and you can. So there's that, and I hope, please subscribe, comment if you haven't, and if you can't comment because YouTube disabled the comments, then just go to my Instagram and comment what you're wanting to tell me on one of my latest posts, and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up in 2021. And I'm recording this on why do I keep saying Christmas Eve? New Year's Eve. So you might see this on January 1st. And so if you are seeing this on January 1st, happy 2021. I hope it's going amazing for you. And I know we all had the crazy year this year, or last year, and I hope this year is better for you and a better, yeah. So I love you all. Bye guys.